When a loved one is facing a medical issue, you want to know that you're getting the best care. Providence Swedish is home to some of the most advanced surgical techniques and surgeons in the country. Trevor Bennett joins me now, and he's the Associate Vice President of Acute Care Operations, and he's also the Executive Director of Surgical and Interventional Services at Providence Swedish. You are busy.
Thank you.
Let's talk about, the recent advances at Providence Swedish that you guys are performing these life-saving procedures.
Yeah, absolutely. I'd love to kind of just start with two of them off the top. Let's start there. First one is Aquablation. Aquablation is a minimally invasive procedure used to treat enlarged prostate, or BPH. The numbers are staggering on BPH. About 1 in 2 males over the age of 50 will struggle with symptoms of BPH, and that number jumps to over 80% at the age of 70. So this technology has the ability to use high pressure water, and the way that it works is we insert a small camera and a water jet in the urethra, and then we use ultrasound imaging to map the size, contour, and other characteristics of the prostate gland, and then turn the water jet on, and essentially swipes back and forth, removing the excess tissue, improving function and functionality. There's some benefits to this technology, which is it's heat-free, so there's no damage to collateral tissues that it touches. It also does not require surgical intervention, so there's no incision in the abdomen, and it has the ability to preserve sexual function. So pretty exciting stuff, and the opportunity. People that undergo this procedure can really expect to be under general anesthesia for comfort, so that it's not painful, and an overnight hospital stay.
Okay, and then you have one more too, a Lucent.
Oh, I'd love to talk about a Lucent. Yeah, so a Lucent's a really incredible technology right now that is being used to resect breast tumors. So 2.3 million people were diagnosed with breast cancer last year. In the United States alone, it's incredible, 264,000 women and 2,400 males were diagnosed with breast cancer. Historically, when a mass was identified, we would have that patient scheduled for surgery. That patient would arrive at the hospital on the day of surgery. We would send them to the radiology department, and they would take a wire localization, and we would insert that through the skin down into the center of the tumor. That wire would stick out, and when that patient would return to the operating room, we would follow that wire down in and excise that mass, removing the wire and the tumor. With a Lucent, we have the ability to now, when a mass is identified, send that patient to the radiology department at any time, whether it be days, weeks, or even months in advance of their surgical procedure, where we use a small needle to place a tiny microchip right in the center of the tumor, about the size of a grain of rice. It's in millimeters, and none of us would understand that in the US of what millimeters are. And on the day of surgery, that patient comes back, lays down on the operating room table. We place them under general anesthesia like we normally would. There's a plate that goes underneath them that helps us give the imaging and distance. It creates a 4D model. We target the locator. The breast tissue is then excised. We follow the map that's been pre-planned on this patient to remove that tumor from the breast. The ability to use this technology gives us the ability to remove tumors with smaller biopsies while maintaining cleaner margins, thus preserving as much breast tissue as possible.
Incredible.
It's really an incredible advancement. No longer wires are just sticking out of your breast for waiting for surgery.
Definitely.
So really great advancement.
Such a great, and how is Providence Swedish unique in its ability to offer these advanced opportunities?
I love this question. Swedish is unique in the fact that Dr. Nils Johansson founded Swedish over a century ago. And in that, he really was looking at 3 pillars: quality, safety, and innovation in the Pacific Northwest. You could say that immediately when we were founded, it was impregnated in our DNA of being an innovator in the space. We also have world-class surgeons that are truly recognized on the national stage in our physicians, APCs, and caregivers that are really known. And the third is Swedish's size and scope. Our ability to adopt these technologies and expand them across a large region gives us a unique ability, which is also why I think that over 500,000 people voted in the Seattle Times Best of the Pacific Northwest this last summer, voting Providence Swedish the best hospital in the region.
Okay, I want to get to a couple other advancements before we run out of time. You have robotics and
Yeah, so I think it's great that you hit on those two. So the first one, let's talk about histotripsy. The last time that I was here, we got to talk about histotripsy and Swedish First Hill being the very first hospital on the entire West Coast to offer this technology. We were the fourth place in the nation. Histotripsy is an FDA-approved technology for the treatment of liver tumors. Inside of that, what happens is we use ultrasound and we change the frequency to target the tumor, which excites the cells, creating bubble clouds. Really, a fancy term is cavitation, which is the cellular disruption of the cellular walls in the tumor, which causes cellular death. Because of the success we've had with histotripsy over the last year, our lead histotripsy surgeon, Dr. Evan Ong, was just named the Physician of the Year for the Puget Sound Business Journal, which is awesome, and now completed more cases than any patient or any surgeon worldwide. Additionally, on top of that, with the success we've had with histotripsy, we just launched our Hope for Kidney trial and are now offering this not only for liver but kidney, and are watching a clinical trial that's going on in Spain right now with histotripsy for inoperative pancreatic cancer, which is truly incredible. Swedish is also home to other robotic platforms, and 2 of them that landed this summer that have not stopped working since the day we got them are the Globus Excellus and the Medtronic Mazer robots for spine. Those 2 are absolutely incredible. We adopted both technologies, which is unique because they're the global leaders in this space for spine surgery, because of the complexity of our patients that we care for, not only here in the region, but also in Eastern Washington, Montana, and Idaho. So really incredible to have both of those under one roof.
Thank you for being here. And to learn more about surgical innovations at Providence Swedish, go to the website that you see right there on your screen, swedish.org.
This portion of New Day Northwest is sponsored by Providence Swedish.